according to their business
This conference
point
will
of view.
now be recorded.
And yesterday class I shown you how to format Excel sheet, right? Same way we need to format same way for templates. That requirement ID here, what we have to provide, we need to provide. Already we prepared scenarios. In the scenario we give requirement ID, give that number, same number here. Why? It's a reference. That means the test case what you're writing is belonging to so and so requirement. And for test case, you mention one ID for this test case ID. And scenario also copy from scenario document ID again. Only IDs. We have to copy IDs. And define your step number. And this description column, expected column, this both columns are very important here. Anywhere, any Google company, Microsoft company, anywhere, these two columns are very, very important. Without these two columns, there is no test case. So what is description column? What you are going to describe here? We are going to describe step by step. It is our responsibility to describe step by step, step by step, step by step. Tell that what exactly you are planning to perform on that. What actions you are performing. You have to describe it. Expected results is nothing but outcome of your application. 100%. There is no without outcome, there is no application. Actual column, results, people also call results column. Some people also call status column, whatever may be. Don't use these two columns while designing the test cases. Leave them blank. Why? Because after while executing only we'll be knowing the response of your application, right? So during execution time we have to use this actual column and results column. Results column we maintain pass, fail, block, a lot of statuses we maintain accordingly. Okay, but up to expected must and should you have to maintain the test case. Okay, yes, let us start writing so that you get clarity. Before that I told you select number of rows at a time. Format is important here. Template format as yesterday I shown you already. Okay, up to 6th row we have template, 7th row, and freeze it so that every time we can see that, right? Right click to mouse here after selecting number of rows, right click on it, go to format cells, click alignment, general left and 10, vertical top, wrap text. Okay, and for your understanding bold it. Okay, here for your observation I'm making more bolded letters, not required. 14, 12 is not required for you. I think 11, 10 is enough for you. For your visibility purpose I'm giving 14. Okay, let me fit all the rows, all border for my visibility. That's it. Now you're eligible to write the test cases. As per the scenario documentation, what we need to prepare is, first we have to prepare verify premise bank home page, right? We need to write a test case for this. So how to verify home page means basically this will be useful for you guys to verify your sanity testing purpose. Look at that. If you look at that FRS documentation, home page will be there. Oh, this documentation doesn't have home page. Okay, we'll write later, no problem. I'm going with the login test case because the home page requirements are not available. Okay, this home page requirements not available. I'll write it later, not worry. Okay, let us go with admin login. Okay, na? Admin login. See here in template, first requirement ID. What is requirement ID? Simply copy this, paste here. What does it mean? What are the test case writing? This test case belonging to so and so requirement ID. Test case ID we can say here TC underscore 001. This is test case. TC stands for test case. One ID. We are giving one ID. For everything, unique ID is important. With help of that unique ID, we can search in future very easily. Scenario number will be TS underscore 002. Step number. So start with step number 1. Step number 1. 1, 2. Lot of steps we get for a test case, right? Description. Here we have to write perfectly about the record. See, for every test case, remember all of you guys, for every test case, what do we write? First, we have to maintain purpose. Purpose. Just one line statement. Just tell what is the purpose of this test case. I'm just giving that. This test case, this test case validates login with valid data. Valid data. Alt. If you want to go to next line in the same row, if you want to go to next line in the same row, use Alt Enter. Alt Enter. Next, actors. Who is actors? Anybody? What's the meaning of actors?
User.
Mhm. Actor means the application user by whom it will be used. By whom this functionality will be logged in.
Admin.
Yes, look at the diagram. It is logged in by admin. No, this complete application, this premise bank, we are working on admin model. So, actor is always admin only, no other user we have. Don't say actor is your name or developer name or client name. Actor is nothing but the application user. So here we know that it's purely acting by admin. So you specify that. So people, the fellow who is running the test case, you can get clarity by whom it should be tested. So admin, my user is actor is admin. Alt enter. Preconditions. What are preconditions of this test case? Means just say here valid URL. Just specify valid URL. And here we write one more column before that. We maintain one more column here. That column is test to data. That's very important. Test to data column. And here we maintain expected results, and then we maintain actual results, and then we maintain status or results. Comment is commonly used by your managers. Comments used by comments column used by your leaders. Who is going to review the test case? They'll give that comments. It's none of your business. Test data means yes, we have boundary values, right? So for that purpose, I'm maintaining test data column here. And remember, for every test case number one, for step number one, we don't have any outcomes, nothing. This step number one also, remember all of you, this step number one will not be used for execution. Just we're explaining in purpose, what is the purpose of this test case, who is going to act in that, and what preconditions required. That's it. Don't mention any expected, no outcome for it. No, while executing also, don't execute this step. Why means before running the second step, they'll observe this and they'll understand what exactly we need to do, right? So don't worry about step number one. And for remaining steps, what we are writing, remaining steps, no need to mention for every test case, for every step, requirement ID, test case ID, scenario ID. One step is enough. Directly go to second step. We get number of steps, right? Step number two. What is the step number two? Look at this scenario. Look at this documentation. Simple. They gave diagram. See, if I want to log into my application, what I should do? I have to get this page compulsory. Yes or no? I have to get this login page. Without getting this premise home page, we cannot directly log into it. So what do you say? Step number two in description. I can say here launch premise URL. Say for example, assume that your company want to test this functionalities in Firefox browser. Tell that Firefox browser, right? Simply specify that, enough. Test data not required. Test data only whenever you give inputs only we require test data, otherwise leave it. Okay, if people are giving URL, we can specify that URL, no problem in test data column. Right now, not okay. Expect, now we have to mention what is the expectation here. Look at that and tell me. Look at the diagram. They give very clear in diagram itself. What page are displayed? See, enter valid URL. What is the expectation here? System displays home page of Primus Bank. That's it. Next, third step. What is the third step here? Now you got this home page here. Now we have to enter valid username, valid password. So here we can say three steps. Number one, enter valid username, alt enter. Number two, enter valid password. Right? Specifically, simple English. Don't maintain complex and then make the people to confuse. Excuse me. In real time, anyone can execute your test case here. Remember, not only by you. Don't expect who is writing the test case, only that fellow will execute. No, anyone can execute. And third step, number three, what do you say here? Don't say your own button name. Huh? Some fellows are saying click login, OK button, submit button. Everything they gave in SRS. Look at that. What button we have to click? Login button. Look at the diagram also. Click on login. So don't specify your field names. Don't imagine the fields, all of you. Okay? Don't go according to your imagination. You have to go according to your forest. Suppose one fellow written login, one fellow written click on submit. The fellow who is executing will say, I don't find submit button, I find login button. So don't make confusion to the people. So go according to SRS. So here what we should do, third step, click on login.
Login.
And one more thing, whenever we have single step, don't give one, two, threes here. Maybe see, I have only single step, so I'm not giving one, not required. Whenever you're writing more than one step, only we have to maintain this. Okay, one, two, threes, very simply. Test data, yes. The username is valid. Username is admin. Valid password is also admin. Now we require data. So whenever the fellow is executing, he'll copy the data from here. So nobody, I mean, we should not waste our time during execution of your test cases. And next, what is your expectation when you do that? What page will be displayed? See, when you log in, you are supposed to display this page, right? Always remember, all of you guys, when writing test case, when writing especially in expected, every functionality we have some screen names, screen name. Try to specify that screen name. It will be very easy at the time of your execution or comparison time. It will be easy for you to compare. Okay. So, what's your expectation here? When you do that, system should display welcome to page, welcome to admin page. Welcome to admin page. That's it. Nothing more we required here. Okay, na? So specify. So give more space for expected and description because we write more information in these two columns. Yes or no? We write more information in these two columns. Give more space. Less space for test data, not problem. Okay, na? Yes, that is one step. Next step number four, last step. How do you know when user is trying to click on logout? See that? When you click on logout, is it taking the respective page? I don't know. That's what I'm telling you. Whatever you want test in a functionality, write in test case. You can't remember. So let me check that also. What happens? So final step is click on logout. So when you click on logout, same page. Again, you should take to the same page or not? System should take back to the same page again. System should display
Same
home
page.
page of Primus Bank.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay, that's it. Nothing more for positive. Only one combination we can do with positive. Same again. Yesterday class I told you border it. Border it. Right click on it before writing next test case. Format cell. Okay. What left intent, vertical top, wrap text, merge cell, click OK and highlight with some color, a light color. Okay, just a light color, and give that next module. What that next module writing here? Login with invalid data. Bordering, because in Excel we don't have folders and all that, right? That's the reason we're bordering it. That's it. This is what positive test case. Next we are writing negative. As per scenario, I'm not going according to me. I'm going according to my scenarios. Look at the scenario. In scenarios again we have one more negative test case or not? Compulsory. So again, scenario ID, requirement ID will be so and so. First requirement ID will be changing again. Test case ID will be TC underscore 002. TC underscore 00. TC stands for test case here. Test scenario is TS underscore 003. That means this test case belonging to so and so requirement and so and so scenario. In future, it will be easy for them to refer. And what I told you, for every test case, what I told you, first step, step number again, step number 1 or 5. How do you start here? We need to start with step number 1 or again step number 5.
Step number 1.
Step
Because
number
it's a,
5.
yes. No, we have to start again with step number 1. This is separate test case here. Separate test case. Don't say again step number 5 means continuity of the test case. And many people are confusing. See that. How many test cases we have written so far? How many test cases written so far? Check it out.
4.
5.
4 or 5?
4.
4.
And now one more.
So
One
4.
more. 5. 4, right? Check it out. See the
Yeah.
number. See,
So
don't,
4.
that's what. Don't confuse here. All these steps are belonging to login only. We are only one test case here. Don't consider every step as one test case. All the steps are belonging to login with valid data. Do you understand, all of you? Okay. Step number 4 is one test case. They are not test case. They are only single test case. See that test case it is. These steps are belonging
Yes.
to same test case login with valid data. Okay. Don't confuse. That's what I'm saying. Yes. For the step number 1, I told you no need to give any expected. So we are checking with what? Invalid data. Act is same. Admin, precondition also same precondition. Tested data not required, expected also not required. And now going for remaining steps. So a test case may contain 50 steps, 30 steps also here. Don't confuse. Okay. There is no rule that we should stop with 2 steps or 3 steps. Okay. One test case depends upon the size of the functionality. Now when we go for next test case, you'll get a lot of see that. Yes. So what is that step number 2? Launch Premise Bank URL Firefox browser. Test data not required. What is your expectation here? System should display
Home page.
uh, premise home page, right? Clearly without spelling mistakes here. Your test case are reviewed by client. Be careful. Your client may not accept any spelling mistakes, sentence formation. You may feel it is very easy, but if you do any one mistake, spelling sentence, no proper sentence formation, he will reject your test case. Be careful. He will never accept such kind of test case. Okay. So be careful when writing test case especially. Okay. Na? Yes. Next. Once you get that home page, all of you know that what to do step number 3. No need to mention for every test case, for every step. No need to mention this test case ID, requirement ID. One step for one step enough. Leave it. Okay. So step number 3. What is step number 3? Number 1. Enter valid username and enter invalid password. So test data, valid username is what? Admin. Invalid password. Other than admin is invalid only. Admin 1, suppose. Okay. Other than admin is invalid only. And what you're expecting here? System should
Should not display.
Should not display.
Should
Should
not display.
display alert message. Here, many people are confused. Alert message, error message. Some people say, why don't we get error? Alert message is nothing but in this premise bank is not giving any error messages. It's giving error messages, but we are getting that error message in an alert window, pop-up window. That's what I'm calling alert. So you get error message in alert window. It will give alert when you give any invalid thing. Okay, na? Not error message. Error message means displays directly in a web page. That is different. But this premise bank giving alert message. So at that I'm saying alert message. Next, one more step. Step number 4. Invalid username, valid password. Admin 1, valid password. Again, you're expecting what? Alert message. Next, one more step is when we give both invalid, admin, something other than admin is admin 1 also. Again, it is going to display alert message. Okay. Step number 6, we can write one more. Number 1, leave username and password blank. What is blank here? Empty field. Alt enter. Number 2, click on login button. Just write clearly. That's it. The fellow who is going to execute, he should understand clearly. So what should happen when you do that? Also, it should display alert message. Leave empty. Blank means empty without filling that field. Right? So like that, with the different combinations, we can go on testing that login with valid and invalid. So are there pass or fail? Is it pass or fail? First step, don't execute. Second step, pass or fail?
Fail.
Second step, fail or pass or
Fail.
No
fail?
sign of.
No, we don't know because we did not get the actual result.
Don't. While writing test case, you'll decide pass fail. No, leave it. Okay, we are not executing test case. We are designing test cases. So don't mention anything in actual results. Leave it empty. We are not testing them now, right now. Okay, don't no hurry up. Okay, we leave them. Done. Login with valid, invalid, both of them perfectly done. Immediately next, select, highlight again, border it and highlight, easily to understand. Right click to mouse, border it with some color. Right click to mouse again, format cell. Okay, horizontal, left intent, vertical should be top. Wrap text, merge cell. Just to give next module name. Okay, na? So what is that next module we are going on? Next module requirement is branches.
Branches.
So give heading. Give heading here. In between, format again. Format cell. Left intent. Vertical top. Wrap text merge cell. Okay. Just mention that module name branches. Okay. In that branches, we are going to write different test case one by one, one by one. In that first scenario, what is that first scenario in that branches? Verify branch search. You tell me, look at this and tell me how you go to that, how you search branch, any one of you, how you write steps, what steps you will follow, tell me. What the first step you have to follow? First step is purpose, actors, leave it. From second step, tell me from second step. Don't again say login, not required. We can say in precondition. Admin should be logged in. Every time you can't say enter username, enter password, right? Every day, right? Oh, yeah. Tell me what to see. As
So
soon as
we
you
can
log in, hmm,
Click branch.
that
click
means
on branch, and then we just select our branch where we have to go.
see here. That means we are specifying in precondition. What we are specifying, admin should be logged in. As admin is logged in, you will be in this page here. You will be in this page. So from this first step is what? Click on branches. Expectation is very important. When you click on branches, make sure that they give very clearly here. See that when you click on branches, you should display branch details page, right? So go and check it out. You should able to display this page. The screen name is very important. See, anything you want to for branches here, you should come to this details page here for creating a new branch, for editing a branch, for deleting a branch. Anything you want to do, you should be in this details page. So we have to navigate like that. Are you understanding all of you? So requirement ID will be what the requirement ID here? So and so. Copy this requirement ID and paste here. Test case ID will be TC underscore 003. Or test case we're writing, right? And the
Yes,
scenario ID will be TS underscore 004.
4,
And again, step number start with what? Step number 1
1.
1.
plus other functionality, right? Now, same again. Purpose actors precondition is common. For every test case, maintain that actors purpose. That is will be very useful for us. Here, in precondition, what we should say here is admin
Logged in.
should be logged in. You should be logged into the application. So no test data for that, no expected, leave it. Now coming to step number 2. Step number 2. What I said, as soon as admin logged in, he will be displayed with what page? You are displayed with welcome admin page. So we have to click on branches. Second step is click on
Branches.
branches. So when you click on branches, what the page will be displayed means you know very well. You are displayed with what page?
Branch
System
details
should be
page.
displayed with branch details page. So system should be displayed with branch details page. Okay. So as soon as you're displayed with the details page, from that details page, we need to keep on searching the branches as per our criteria required. Even say give clearly in the SRS documentation also. Look at that. So first we have to select country, select state, select city. We have to write all this. So and then click on search button. This is what we have to do. Third step, right? We'll write in one step. Number 1, select. Why I'm saying select? It's a list box. Yes or no? They are list box. They are not text box. Look at that. Country, selecting country, select state, select city, and then click on everything given in prototype. So select first country. Number 2, alt enter. Number 2, select state. Select state. Number 3, select city. Number 4, click on search
Search.
button.
Search.
What are expecting here? By default, see when users click on branches, by default it displays all the branches. See, by default all branches. But now what this application has to do based on selection criteria, whatever country, whatever state, whatever city you are selecting, based on this criteria, it should display that branches.
Yes.
Right? That's they give very clearly in SRS. Look at that. When you click on search button, System displays branches based on selection criteria. Copy this, no problem. Maximum will copy from SRS, don't worry. Test data, we don't require any data because they're not text boxes, right? So no data for that, leave it. Next, finally, what to do? Step number 4. How do you know? How do you know? Again, you'll get default branches means again we have to click on clear button. So whatever you are planning to test in a functionality, test everything clearly. So what we have to do here, click on clear button. Finally, let's say click on. If you understand functionality is very easy here. Very simple. Manual testing is very simple. Nothing to worry. What should happen when you do click on clear button means they give very clearly here. System should clear selected criteria, displays all branches. Is it doing or not? We don't know. Right now we are not testing it. System clears selected criteria, displays all branches. Okay, that's enough. No need to go with step number 5. Nothing to write. Nothing to write. We are checking are able to search branches or not. That's it. So this is one test case. In branches, one scenario is done. Next, again, border. Right click to mouse. Format cell. Left intent. Vertical should be top. Wrap text. Merge cell. Click OK. Right click to mouse. Border with color. Next, we are going with what module we are going on now in the same branches as per the scenarios. Look at the scenario. Verify new branch creation with valid data. You can specify in heading for understanding purpose. Get into border, get into center, and give that new branch creation with valid data. So for this again, requirement ID will be 5. Requirement will be ID 5 will be 5. Requirement will be 5. Copy that requirement ID and test case number will be TC underscore 004. Fourth test case. And scenario ID also will be TS underscore 005. And again start with step number 1.
1.
One.
And for every test case, step number 1 is always we have to maintain purpose actors. So this test case validates new branch creation with valid data. Okay, act is admin and precondition also admin should be logged in. Every time we can't write test case for login, right? So admin should be logged into your application. That is commonly we have tried it. No expected, no test data required for this. Next, coming to step number 2. Here we get number of steps because a lot of test data is also available. First of all, you need to navigate to that page here. Which page? We need to navigate to this new branch entry page. Directly you can't say enter branch name, enter address one. No, lot of rules. So how you navigate user to this page means admin should be logged in. When he logged in, he'll be displayed with this page. From this, we have to click on branches. You will be displayed with what page? Branch details page. From this details page, you have to click on new branch. You have to click on new branch. When you click on new branch, you are displayed with what page? New branch entry page. We have to navigate like that. What people are doing first step is they're writing enter branch name. Where they'll enter branch name address. No, navigate correctly so that fellow who is going to execute, you don't get any confusion on that. So that is what step number 2. What is step number 2 here? Click on branches. So what you're expecting for no data for that system? System should be displayed with branch details page. Okay. What the next step after getting the details page? What the next step we have tried? Next step is We have to click on new branch, right? So click on new branch. Click on new branch. What is your expectation here? System should be displayed with new branch. Always mention the screen name better. New branch entry page. Specify that. System should be displayed with new branch entry page. No actual, nothing. That's it. Now, after this, here lot of things we need to work out. See that. Look at the data. Lot of test data we have to follow here. See, they give test data. Everything we have to perfectly. Now it will take some time for me. We'll see. We'll check it out tomorrow. Valid writing data is very important. Checking with valid, checking with invalid, step by step, step by step. All of you start writing. Don't neglect, please. Huh? I don't know how many of you started. Did you prepare? All of you, have you prepared scenarios? Now
Yes,
we
sir.
have a lot of work
Yes.
here, lot of work.
Yes.
All of you, please take this. There, if you go with other institute people, they are charging again 5,000 rupees per separate project. I am giving free of cost. Do it. Learn one project. There's nothing in manual. If you understand functionality, it's very simple. You can play with manual testing. No logics, no C language, no .NET language, nothing. Right? It's very simple. Okay, na? So please continue. Well, tomorrow I'll continue test data preparation, very lengthy steps we get, and you'll get idea. For remaining modules, you can start. All of you start writing and forward to me. I'll review them. You send to my mail, all of you who are done, send to my mail. I'll review in front of you and I'll see what mistakes you take. Again, we'll write them in Jira again. That's one more advantage again. You're writing two times, so we get more advantage. Okay, na? Okay,
Okay.
guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
Yes.
sir.
Okay.
Yeah. See you
Okay,
tomorrow.
sir.
See you. Bye
Yes,
bye.
sir.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.